Hello my crochet friends and family, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're working on Sally's Love Vibe Doily. This pattern came to me and I said I have to make this into a video. And the reason why I do these videos is because I got so much from the YouTube crocheting community with their free patterns that I feel it's my turn to give back. And I really enjoy making these videos. I don't always have the time. I may not always put a video out every single week, month, etc. But when they come to me and I have the time, which I have a lot of right now, I do them. Plus it keeps my channel small. Sometimes I think the bigger the channel, the bigger the demands, and that's not what crocheting is to me. So anyway, I just really hope that it is easy for you to follow along as well. And I do my best to make sure you're doing every stitch that I'm doing. If there's a part I think needs to be noted or needs special attention to, I will do a little more of it. But you're always more than welcome to comment below with any questions you might have. I did want to mention about the size of the doily. I used a 3.0 hook with Aunt Lydia's Fashion 3 thread yarn for two reasons. One, because I wanted a bigger doily for the end table I am using it on, which you've seen in the pictures in the beginning. And also, this yarn shows up better on camera to me, so that's why I used it. And using these two, the Aunt Lydia's Fashion 3, which I don't have a roll of because I used it all, so I'm sorry I can post a little picture right here to show you. There it is. I know it's going to be there anyway because I'm making this. I had to go back and edit it to put it in there, but it's going to be right here. That's funny. I'm talking in like pretense, but it's going to be past tense. Anyway, if you want something on a smaller scale, okay, so let me go back. Using these two, it came to 23 inches in diameter, which is pretty big. But if you want something on a smaller scale, I would suggest a smaller hook and of course smaller thread, or thread yarn is what I call it. Like maybe Aunt Lydia's Classic 10, something like that. But, and no, I'm not sponsored or affiliated by Aunt Lydia's, but it's what I'm using for this tutorial. And I absolutely love that thread yarn. And so anyway, use whatever you are comfortable with, and remember whatever size hook and yarn you use, it will impact the size. So of course you're going to need a pair of scissors and a darning needle as well. And one more thing I wanted to mention was for the border here, I had used this girl's border that I'm going to link below from her YouTube channel that I absolutely love. I use this border a lot on my shawls that I make, but whatever border you choose to do, or maybe you don't want to do at all, if you don't want to do one, it doesn't matter. But if you do decide to make a border that's not this, you'll have to make it in multiples of either 3 or 5. And I'll explain that when we get to that part. And I think that's everything. I really love hearts, and I associate hearts with love. And what a beautiful thing to have in your home, right? I mean, it can't always be Valentine's Day, so why not make hearts into a doily that can be a part of your home year-round? And I would really love to see my children one day maybe make this, or my sisters, cousins, friends, and of course all of you, crochet this and make this a part of your home. So with all that, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is get a slip knot onto our hook. So I just like to make a very simple X. Insert my hook, pull up my yarn, and give a nice tug, just like that. Now we need to chain up 4. So yarn over, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull your yarn through, yarn over, and pull your yarn through. That's going to give us a chain of 4. We're going to go right back into the very first chain right here. Insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. That's going to give us a nice circle to work into. Now, if you're familiar with the magic knot and you'd rather do that, by all means do that one, but I like to use this method. Go ahead and chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to work double crochets into this circle. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert your hook back into that circle space, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So technically we've just done a chain 3, which is going to count as our first double crochet, a double crochet, and a double crochet. So that's 3 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We need 16 in total double crochets into this circle. So as you go along, you may have to adjust and pull them to the side to get them all in there, but we're counting this chain 3. So we've already done 4 technically, and we need 16. So go ahead and work your 12 double crochets into this circle space, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm completing my last double crochet into this space here. And so now we should have a total of 15 double crochets, and counting this chain 3, we should have a total of 16 all together into this circle. So make sure you have 16 stitches including this chain 3, and then after you have that, we're going to slip stitch in the top of this chain 3 space right here. So insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. And that's what we should have so far. For round 2, we're going to chain up 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to count, the first 1, 2, 3 are going to count as our first double crochet and a chain 1. The fourth chain is going to be our chain 1. Now what we're going to do in each of the stitches all the way around, we're going to work a double crochet with a chain 1 in between. So we already have our chain 1 for this first one. So we're going to yarn over and go into the very next stitch, which is right here. If you look at this, this is for this stitch right here. We're going into this one. So right into there. Go ahead and insert your hook. Well, I hope you yarned over first. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 1, another double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, another double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, another double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, and another double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, and that's what we're going to do all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last double crochet into this stitch right here. Chain 1, and into the top of this, well, we chained 4, but we only need the top of the third one. So 1, 2, and let me just make sure I have that correct. 1, 2, and 3. So right into here, I'm going to pull my yarn through and pull my yarn through. And you should have a total of 16 of these double crochets, including that chain 3 that we started, well, chain 4 we started with, but only the chain 3 part counts as a double crochet. So make sure you have 16 of these before we go on to the next round. Okay, now we're going to slip stitch into this space right here. So insert your hook, pull up the yarn, and pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to work 3 double crochets into this space, but we're counting this chain 3 as 1. So we only have to work 2 more double crochets into the space for this first one. So insert your hook into the space and work a double crochet, another double crochet into that space, into the next space, 3 double crochets, Into the next space, 3 double crochets. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. And that's what we're going to do all the way around. So in every space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last space here for 3 double crochets. And now we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3. Insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. And you should have a total of 48 stitches if you want to count. But if you work 3 in every single one of these, you should be okay. As long as you have 16 of these, of course. Okay, so for this next round, we're going to be working 3 double crochets together. However, the very first one is going to be different because we'll be pulling through only 3 loops on our hook, and the other ones that we will be doing all the way around will be pulling through 4 loops on our hook. So that's the difference for the first one. Also, we will not be skipping any stitches going all the way around. We'll be working in every single one and just a chain 3 in between. So let's get started. Chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over into the very next stitch. This is part of this chain right here. So into this next one right there. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into that next stitch, which is right here. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2. 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over into the very next stitch. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into the very next stitch. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into the very next stitch. Pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 3. Yarn over, go into the next stitch. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into the next stitch. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into the next stitch. Pull up your yarn. Yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 4 and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that is what we are going to do all the way around. There's no skipping stitches. We just go right into the next, the next, the next with a chain 3 in between. And I'll meet you back around here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last 3 here. So I chain 3, and now in the top of this chain 3 right here, we're going to work a slip stitch. So insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. And you should have a total of 16 of these 3 double crochets together. Okay, so now for this next round, we're going to slip stitch 3 more times. So we're going to go into this very next stitch right here. And we're going to slip stitch through there. So insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through the loop on your hook. Then into this stitch, it's not really a stitch, but right in between the space and the stitch, there's like a little opening right there. Insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. And now into that space, insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. Now we're into that space, and that's where we're going to be working. So we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to work 4 double crochets into this space. So there's 1, it's 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and into the next space we're going to work a double crochet. Chain 2, 1 and 2. Into the next space we're going to work 5 double crochets. Chain 2. Into the next we're going to work a double crochet and chain 2. Into the next we're going to work 5 double crochets. Chain 2, and into the next a double crochet and chain 2, and that's going to be the repeat. So it's going to be 5 double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, 5 double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, 5 double crochet, and work that right around. We did our 5 here because the chain 3 counts as 1, and then we did 4, so that's our 5. And then I'll meet you right back here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last here. So I'm chaining 2 and a double crochet into that space. Chain 2. And now in the top of this chain 3, a slip stitch right into that stitch right there. And that concludes that round. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 double crochets. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 double crochets. Okay, for the next round, we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and right back into that same stitch that we worked our slip stitch into, we're going to make another double crochet. Now into the next stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. And into the next stitch, we're going to work a double crochet. Into the next stitch, a double crochet. And into the next stitch, we're going to work 2 double crochets. Chain 2. And then at the top of this double crochet right here, we're going to work another double crochet. Chain 2. Now in the top of the next cluster here, this first double crochet right here, we're going to work 2 double crochets into that same stitch. Into the next 3 double crochets, we're going to work a double crochet in each one. So into this one, into the next one, and into the next one. And now into the next one, the last one here, we're going to work 2 double crochets. Chain 2. The top of this double crochet, we're going to work a double crochet. Sorry, I keep hitting the tripod. 1 and 2. Now, in the top of this first double crochet right here from the previous round of this cluster, 2 double crochets. Into the next 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet in each stitch. And into that last double crochet, 2 double crochets. Chain 2. And in the top of this double crochet, a double crochet. And chain 2. And that's going to be a repeat all the way around. So in the top of this very first one, there's going to be 2 double crochets, a double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet in each of those stitches, 2 double crochets in the last, chain 2, double crochet on top of this double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets into this first one right here, then a double crochet in the next 3, and then 2 double crochets in the last, and just go ahead and work that all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last set here. Okay, and after that chain 2, you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. And that's what you should have so far. So pretty, even just like that. Okay, for this next round, we're going to slip stitch into the very next stitch right here. So insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through. Now chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And into the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're going to work double crochets. So insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and go into the next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet. And now for this last stitch right here, we're not going to work anything into that. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going into this space right here and working a single crochet. So insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, and pull through 2. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Another single crochet into this space. Insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, and pull through 2. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. And into the next one, we're skipping this one, and we're working right into this next stitch right there, the second double crochet in. Work a double crochet, and then a double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. Skipping this one right here, we're going to chain 3. Single crochet into the next space, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, and pull through 2. Chain 3. Single crochet into the next space, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. Chain 3. And then work a double crochet into, remember we're skipping the first stitch, into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip, chain 3, single crochet into that space, chain 3, single crochet into this space, chain 3, skip, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, skipping the last, and repeat that all the way around. And I'll, oops, banging into the tripod here. And I'll meet you back here.